Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Ayush Jesu, and today, as a student of the Cutting Edge Academy, I am going to show you my homework for Module 2, which is to use deep research mode using Gemini and analyze a competitor's market activity and create a presentation slide deck using NotebookLM and use multiple features which are present inside NotebookLM. So first, I'll just briefly go through the overall objective of this homework. So step one was to create a research using Google Gemini. Step two, use Notebook LM. And three was to present using Gamma app. And number four was to present our explanation using Loom video. So I just made a small iteration in this. Along with using Google Gemini, I've also used Claude extended thinking mode for competitor research, website audits. I've used Notebook LM, but for presentation, instead of using Gamma AI, I've used Notebook LM for presentation because inside my free Gamma account, I had limited credits available. So I thought, why not use Notebook LM for presentation? And for explanation, since I have limited number of videos available in Loom, I thought of uploading it directly on YouTube. So now let's go. I'll begin this homework. So to begin with this homework, I've been noticing every Sunday, whenever I attend the live doubt solving sessions from Cutting Edge Academy, I used to regularly see homework from multiple students, how they used to perform, how they used to do competitor analysis, website audit, in general, how they were organizing their homework. And that really inspired me a lot. I mean, seeing other students submit their homework, their thought process, and their way of summarizing everything, that really inspired me a lot. Using that in the month of April to May, I have started to create website audit. I've used deep research mode for multiple projects. So now I will quickly go through 6 projects that I had done over the period of 1 to 2 months, and I will show you my website audit, the prompts which I have used for multiple projects. Let's take example of this one. For this, I've used either Google Gemini and Claude. Once I got the report, once I got the audit, I uploaded that in Google Notebook LM and got the presentation slide deck. And I've also mentioned the complete prompt to create this website audit. Once I got the report, I uploaded the same report in Google Notebook LM as well to create infographics. One thing which I've noticed is whenever I'm creating any infographics from using Google Notebook LM, the overall image, the output is quite well, it looks quite presentable in general. It looks quite professional. However, one small thing which I've noticed is in general, the overall spelling errors is, at least I feel, when it comes to spelling mistakes, it seems 95% or 98% accurate. But if someone just goes through the spelling slightly consciously, they can find minute errors. So let's say if I open this infographic, the overall spelling, everything looks quite well. But if I see here, IMAGERY, imagery depth gap, maybe this should have been changed. So one small observation that I've noticed is if we could have had an option to update the spellings data on the infographic once we get the output on Google Notebook LM, it would have been really useful. I'm sure in the near future they might add this feature as well. Similarly, instead of creating presentation on Gamma, I have used the slide deck feature from Google Notebook LM to create presentation. And I've been using Gamma app regularly quite a lot of times, but once I found about how Google Notebook LM creates presentations, especially the website audit, competitor analysis, e-commerce audit, the overall output seemed quite professional and clean, well put together. So I really liked Google Notebook LM's slide deck presentation feature. Now let's go with another project. So all the 5 to 6 projects which I mentioned, the overall audit and roadmap which I had done were mostly similar. It's just that the industries, the competitors, or the company size used to be quite different. So if I take an example of David Shuttle, so this is a UK based company where they have a traditional brick and mortar store, but when it comes to their website, they had some small sort of buggy or lagginess issue I had created a small strategic analysis. I've mentioned the prompt. I've done the deep research using Claude extended thinking mode. And the slide deck was created using Google NotebookLM. Infographics, which were created using Google NotebookLM. I've done e-commerce audit plus roadmap. The audit was done using Claude. The presentation as well as the infographic was done using NotebookLM. And this prompt, I usually used to speak with the founder, speak with the manager or the person who is handling this website. And I used to continuously ask usually where they are currently lacking at, or what are their current needs, what are their current requirements. And based on that, I would constantly refine my prompt. I would first completely dump my thoughts on ChatGPT or Gemini. I would ask these AI tools to improvise my prompt. I used to give them complete context. I used to continuously ask these AI tools to give me more follow-up questions so that they can get better understanding of my context and requirement. And this is how my prompt would look like. I know the prompt is quite long, but the overall response output was quite amazing. And the infographics was created using Google Notebook LM. Similarly, this project, this is for a Latin dance festival, which is usually conducted in India. And as a consumer in general, when I was just browsing through the website, the overall website seemed decently, moderately well, but I found some lagginess or some kind of slow issues when it comes to loading or the video playback speed in that website. So that's why I thought of creating an actionable roadmap and a small website audit where I've used tools like NotebookLM, Claude, extended thinking mode, and I've mentioned all the output, the screenshot, the infographic screenshots below. I've also mentioned a small prompt bank for the founders. Similarly, I've also done another e-commerce website audit where my overall workflow remained almost same. I mean, mentioning audit report, creating presentation using Google Notebook LM, creating slide deck using Notebook LM, and then also mentioning the prompt which I had used to create the deep research. And I also mentioned the prompt which I've used for deep research. One thing which I've noticed in Notion is we as users do not have an option to upload the PDF file which are above maybe let's say 2 MB or 5 MB. So there was some sort of limit which Notion has where we are not given the option to upload any PDF file which is longer, which has a higher file size. So what I used to do is once I got response from Google Notebook LM, I used to upload the high quality presentation on PDF compressing website like iLovePDF.com or any other website which is similar. I used to upload them. I used to compress, reduce the quality a bit. And once I got the compressed version, I would upload this PDF on Notion. And this is how the overall presentation looked like. So in the compressed version, there was no major image loss or text loss, even though if I zoomed in, I was able to see everything quite decently. So I thought of keeping the overall compressed version. This is how AI assisted e-commerce audit looked like. If you have any feedback, if you have any suggestions to improve my, so if you have any feedback, if you have any suggestions to improve my AI research workflow, or if you can improve my overall output quality, I'm extremely open to it. I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to feedback. That's it. Thank you so much.